more views. My tripod doing? What is this? What is this? We still have no viewers. Okay, let me adjust this tripod. What is this doing? What in the heck? What in the hecketh? Okay, there we go. Perfect. Oh, we have one viewer. Hello. I'm putting you on a tripod, by the way, so bear with me. I'm going to be working on my water heater some more. Oh, there was a bug in my face. Hello. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, so I have a wrench, and I'm going to be opening this thing. Hello. So a lot of people were concerned that this water heater does not have a safety relief valve, and I believe this is too. This little thing right there. Does have them, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, there's a reason they don't use old water heaters like that anymore. Just because something is old does not make it obsolete. In fact, old stuff works better. For example, my refrigerator at my apartment is 95 years old. Does anybody else here have a 95-year-old refrigerator? I don't believe so. I believe that new refrigerators have to be replaced every 5 years, if I recall right. Anyway, but there's that. Also, the Wi-Fi here might be bad, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. I think that was bent a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and work on this. So I'm going to try to open this. I hope it opens without breaking anything else. Can you, just, yeah. Oh, that was easy. Okay. Let's see if there's crud inside here. It's very corroded in here. That may be a problem. There's like, ooh. What is that? Where the, Okay, well that needs to be cleaned. I bought some steel brushes. Let me get them. I actually was going to rebuild this engine over here, but I decided that the engine and the Durant, it's easier just to take it out and have that board and then fix it. Let me move this engine back. Hang on. God bless America. Oh, my God, this is heavy. Okay, got it. Okay, let me get my brushes. Okay, let's continue this after that side quest. Okay, I'm back. Let's clean this. This could use like a rubber gasket or something. Hello, can y'all still hear me okay? Because the Wi-Fi might be acting up. Yes, but we're in 2026 and I'm living and using my free will to the max. A lot of people's brains just don't comprehend that you can use free will. I don't know. They're like, back in 1926, they wouldn't have treated you the same way. And I'm like, but we're in 2026 and you're being a fool. So, and I'm just using my free will, living my own life. And what are you doing? Interrupting my life. Anyway. But yes. You know, I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of going on autopilot. Let me get these. Ooh, that's brass. That's nice. So I would imagine that wasn't sealing because all this crap on here. It's so shiny. Do you like Downton Abbey? I've watched it one time, I think. Do you have a radium? No, I don't. Where did you learn all your skills? To me, it's logical. For instance, with that engine right there, I can picture the engine working fully in my head. It's like at a museum, they'll have like, say you have an engine and it's dissected so you can see how it works broken down. I don't need it dissected. I can see it, that image in my head. And then I realize that the crankshaft must be spinning this way in order to make this work. And it's like a Rube Goldberg machine in a way. I can see it working in my head, if that makes sense. So, like, I understand that the pistons go up and down because that's what the image in my head is doing. I understand that to make that happen, or you have to have explosions inside of the engine, which push down on the crankshaft and make it spin. And it has to be all timed right so that it makes it spin right. It has to be at the right degree. And to get that explosion, you must have compression in the engine. Compression will vaporize the gas, and the compression will also, as you crank it to start it, it will pull gas from the carburetor. Um, and having the compressed fuel is the only way to get it to explode inside your engine. So you got to have compression, and then you also got to have spark, which ignites that fuel to make it blow up. And then you've also got to have, well, you got to have gas, of course. But yeah, and then the timing is important. The valves, so one should open and allow, one should open as the cylinder is going down, which will siphon the gas into there like somebody sucking on a straw. Then it should close and the cylinder should come up, which will compress that fuel. And then the spark should happen right at the top of there, pushing it back down. And then the exhaust valve should open, and then it should come back up and then close the exhaust valve so that it's ready for its next cycle in that one cylinder. It just makes sense in my head. That was a very long explanation, but that's basically how I understand things because I can break them down into their simplest forms in with images in my head. Does that make sense to anybody here? Or am I just rambling? I don't know. I am 25. Yes. Okay, good. That makes sense to somebody. I'm glad I'm not the only one. But no, when you take time to understand stuff like that and break stuff down, everything gets easier because you understand pretty much. Well, you understand. Once you understand that everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, it's literally vibrating. Everything around us vibrates, so everything has a frequency. So then you start to understand things more, like the physical makeup of things. Whereas, like, you have atoms and molecules, protons, neutrons, electrons. They have charges. That means they're electricity. Anyway, so if we take electricity, direct current does not have a frequency. Alternating current is everything else. Literally everything else. Because the protons, neutrons, electrons are electricity, alternating current means it alternates. It goes back and forth or oscillates. It vibrates. With that, you can basically understand the whole universe because if everything is vibrating electricity, it must have a frequency. Each individual object has its own vibrating frequency. Now you can affect this frequency, like an opera singer can sing and affect a glass at its resonant frequency, or like hitting a tuning fork over here and having a tuning fork here and then being the same frequency, and hitting this one will affect this one. Okay, so that's called resonance. So, say you want to send electricity through the earth, wireless electricity. So what you would do is, well, the mass of the earth determines the frequency it wants to ring at, whether mechanically or electrically. So if you're trying to send electricity, you want to do this electrically, obviously, not mechanically. So you would use a tank circuit, like that. A tank circuit consists of inductance and capacitance. Basically, varying these can vary the frequency of an electric circuit. That's how radios work on different frequencies. But anyway, so say you want to tune into a harmonic or harmony, like in music, everything can be music too, a harmony of the Earth's electrical frequency. So you would build a device, you tune in there, and then you have a harmonic oscillation, which is, it can also achieve resonance, but on a harmony. Anyway, so the mass of the Earth determines the frequency it wants to ring at, just like the mass of a bell determines the tone or frequency of the bell. Now, instead of a clapper striking a bell, I used a magnifying transmitter to strike the Earth and make it ring out electrically. So if that occurs, then the whole Earth vibrates electrically. The whole Earth, the whole sphere of the Earth. And people still argue that the Earth is flat with me, but I'm sure there'll be some of those people in these comments. But just let them. I mean, they're only slowing themselves down. Anyway, so once you ring the whole Earth like a bell, you can pick up that electrical frequency anywhere on the planet with receiver coils. Receiver coils are also wound up and tuned just like the magnifying transmitter, but they can be scaled down because they don't have to put the power into the Earth. They're just taking it out of there, basically. It's like that second tuning fork, if you will. With that, it's not the Schumann resonance or Schumann resonance. It's the resonance of the whole Earth, the crust, not the crust in the ionosphere, but the actual crust of the Earth. Anyway, but yeah, you can put as many receiver coils as you need to on the planet. You can even use an artificial ground, like if you wanted to power an airplane with this method, you would use the metal case of the airplane as an artificial ground, and with it being in proximity to the Earth, which is vibrating electrically, it would still work. What is this? Where does that go? Okay. Anyway, let me get back to this. But y'all can ask questions as I'm on live here. But yeah, people still argue with me about electricity and stuff. But you know what? They're lost. They're wasting their time. And they still think I don't know how and understand things. I mean, I do. Here we are. Me taking over the world in 2026. Everybody arguing with me. Anyway. This water heater is from 1904, I believe. Okay. Somebody says, what do I know about electrical theory? You do realize my dad is a master electrician with his own company, and he taught me how to wire stuff when I was 3 years old. So at 3 years old, I was wiring outlets and switches, and I've been doing electrical stuff since then, but like curiosity kind of took over and I started reading a whole bunch and stuff. But like I said, energy, frequency, vibration is the key to the universe. Once you understand that electricity is just vibrating magnetism that's collapsing and generating like this, then everything becomes much clearer. Because if, say we have, okay, here's an example. We have 60 hertz or 60 cycles, 60 vibrations per second coming into our houses in the United States. That's the frequency that the electricity comes to our house in. Cycles per second or hertz is frequency. Frequency can be, okay, let me explain frequency and wavelengths to y'all. So the surface of still calm water, like a swimming pool, it's perfectly calm. You throw a rock in it or you start tapping it at like the same interval each time. That is your frequency. Vibration over time is frequency. Now, from that vibration over time, if you go slow, you get bigger wavelengths or bigger waves coming off of that water. If you go fast, you get shorter waves coming off of that. That is frequency and wavelength. The faster the frequency or the higher the frequency, the shorter your wavelengths. The lower your frequency or the slower your taps on the water, the bigger your waves or the bigger your wavelength. Anyway, so that's basically, okay. So we have 60 hertz coming into our house. That's 60 vibrations per second or cycles per second. So then, say you go up to the radio frequency. Let's go to AM radio, which also stands for amplitude modulation, amplitude of a wave, or frequency modulation, FM. But let's stick with AM. So with AM, you operate between 500 kilocycles or 1,000 cycles, and I think 1,700 kilocycles, which is 1,700 or 1,700 kilocycles, something like that. Anyway, that's basically your AM band on the radio. That's still frequency, and at that point, it's considered RF or radio frequency, which is wireless. Um, anyway, but yeah, so that's that. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's that. ADD is a terrible thing. Okay, and here we are, ADD to the max. Let me get to work on this. Okay, I need to clean this. Is this supposed to float? I believe this is supposed to float. How do I get this off of here? I would have to undo this. Really? You know what? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna take this whole thing off of here. What the heck? Okay. Oh, now we have water filling this. Great. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna loosen this. Take this off of here. Okay. Clean this out. Okay. Let's see. Are we getting questions? Ow! I just kneeled on something that hurt. That hurt. Okay. Hello. Ooh, thank you for the tip. Okay. So that's gonna go out to there. This. Okay, I understand this now. This is supposed to move freely. There. That was stuck. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna fix that. I need to take this all the way out of here though, for a second. Come on. Okay. That's better. That was stuck and clogged. So now this will turn on the gas burner better. Here's a spring in here. Take this out of here. Free up this spring. I could dab some oil on this. Let me get some, you know what, let me clean this. That'll help it. So this controls the gas flow. This thing was clogged and it was rusty. Trying to make this move easier. Need to clean this better. It probably has old dried out grease on it. Can y'all still hear me okay? It's starting to move freely. Let me get some ATF, automatic transmission fluid, and fix that. We're so happy to catch you live. Yay! From Ireland. Yes, great. I'm gonna go get some ATF really quick. Okay, let's see if this helps. Okay, that's nice. Okay, there, that's working really good now. And I forgot to get rags. Okay, well, that's fun. Okay, that moves very easy now. See, there's that spring in there. It's moving very easy and pushing that thing down there. Okay, now we'll put this back together. I really hope I didn't lose that thing that I just had to go to this thing, because that would be very unfortunate. That's not it. Okay. Where did I put... Oh, you know what? Now I'm going to spend 30 years looking for this thing. That was that. I should have put this all next to each other. I don't know why I didn't do that. I mean, that would be too easy, though. Okay, okay, here it is. I got it. Okay. So this went in here first. So it's still going to work. Better get in. I'm going to clean this. Or actually, just put some ATF on this. Ah, and on my fingers. Okay, you can get in there now. Get on there. Ugh, you stupid idiot. Why did my evil voice come out? Okay, this really needs to get on here. I don't have time for this. Okay, there, it's on there now. That moves very easily now. Now we'll put this back in there. This could be cleaned. Sorry, my phone is being... What is happening? Oh, well, there's no power on my portable charger anymore. That's nice. Let's use this and clean this. Can y'all still hear me? Yes, okay, great. I think this is supposed to flow through. Okay, that's clear now. You know, that's really nasty, but I had to do that. Okay, this can go back on here. I could have cleaned that. That moves freely. That's good. That's great. That's awesome. Okay, there's that. That's no longer stuck. Okay, that works. Now, we're going to put this back on here like it was. Like that. And we're not going to drop that. Yeah, we are. Okay, this goes here. But first, I have to put this on here. Okay, because that holds this whole thing to here. Get on there. Okay, there's that. Perfect, perfection. Get the wrench. Okay, it's gonna go right there. Now I get the wrench. Okay, I'm tightening this. Can you tighten? Okay, great. That's looking good. I don't want to make that too tight. We'll go ahead and tighten this onto here so I don't forget about that. I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, we are. Okay. this goes onto here. Get on there. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now I gotta adjust this wrench. Okay, there's that. Now we'll put the cap back on here, and I think if this leaks again, I'm gonna have to get like a rubber sealant, but I don't think I need to yet. This is sealing pretty, I mean, this is working pretty good in here, so. Okay, this thing will still leak though. I still expect it to leak a lot of water. But let's see. Perfect. Okay. What does this do? You know what? I'll probably have to disassemble this later on. Is this a pressure relief? Let's see. This looks like a pressure relief. Let's see. I need these. What is this? Oh yeah, that is a pressure relief. Okay. You know, let's try something. Just in case that needs to be oiled. Okay, that's moving freely now. That is a pressure relief. It's spring loaded. Okay. And it's not stuck anymore. Okay, so we'll tighten this back on here. And then I'm going to put some ATF on this part too. Thank you. I'm going to put some ATF on this part too because from everything else I've dealt with, it was frozen. So let me fix this. And it's frozen right now. And it's actually frozen on. So the gas is permanently on right now. So let me fix that with the ATF and pliers. Okay, let's see how that did. Tighten that back down. Okay, that fixed it. I didn't have to open that because the ATF basically lubricated everything. This stuff works wonders. Yes. Okay, tighten this back. So basically, this won't turn on unless there's water flowing, or it's not supposed to unless it's stuck. Okay, that's almost where I need it to be. I think this should do it. I think that's gonna work. Okay, now we're gonna go turn on the water and it's gonna leak everywhere, but I think it's gonna work. And then here's the gas. I don't have a lighter. I'm gonna have to crawl into this shed and get one. It is a mess in this shed. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. We're going in. We're going in. Where those gosh. Okay, let me go turn on the water. And I guess connect the propane too. Why is that not tight on there? Bruh. Hang on, we're gonna see if this is gonna seal. I mean, it's on there. Okay, I've turned it off. Let's go turn on the water. Oh yeah, and I have to put all these burners back on here. But I also have to clean out the burners. So, I almost forgot to do that. Let's clean out the burners now. And these are spring loaded. Oh, makes it difficult. What is this? Oh, this holds it open. That helps a lot. Okay. Okay, now I can work on this easier. Okay. Let's take these orifices off of here and clean them. There's one orifice. Let's get this cotter pin. Okay, that's one. That one's probably clean. Let's start with the back ones. I need like a paper clip or something. I mean, these appear to be pretty clean. I know that the thing that the propane connects to is probably not big enough. But, you know, this one wasn't working yesterday that well. Let's see what's going on in this one. Is there any crap inside this? Surprisingly, no. Okay. Okay, these should work then. I mean, I could... Ooh, that would be scary. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I was going to say I could take the orifices off, but... But it's supposed to be used with natural gas, and we're using propane, so that's one problem right there in itself. Let's go ahead and, I guess turn on the water. Oh, but wait, I've got to put these back. Why do I keep forgetting to do that? What is in here? Hang on. Are these blocked? Let's test this. Yeah, these aren't blocked. Okay. Put this one here. We'll put this one here. Okay, I'm gonna put this one here. Perfect. I'm gonna put this one back here. Okay. I'm gonna put this one over here. This one was blocked, but we'll fix it later. Okay, there's that. Okay, this one can go here. This one can go over here. This one here. This one here. Okay. Now we can go turn on the water. I expect a water leak. There should be multiple. Oh, but that's out of, and we're leaking out of the, I kind of expected that to leak. Let me see if I can fix it here. Okay, we'll have to get some kind of gasket for this. Okay, that's fine. We'll just deal with that later. That's pushing on the gas thing, so we have flow. Valve C would have been right here, and it's not. Okay. You know, actually, hang on. Hold your horses here. I can take this off of here. Out. Because we don't really have anything to connect that to. Okay. So now we can light the pilot light. Oh, that is not the pilot light. Oh wait, the pilot light already. Okay, let me turn on the propane. Okay, pilot light is on. Pilot light is lit. Gas is coming on. I don't like that. Hang on. Okay. Let me turn the gas off. I'm going to close these doors. I mean, you know why already, so yeah. That needs to move. Okay. Pilot light could be bigger, so let's turn that on more. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. What is it doing? Okay, turn on the flow of water. Okay, it's lit. No, it isn't. Oh my god. Okay, turn it off. Yeah, it's trying to light. I hear it. What are we doing here? Okay, what are you doing there? You move this. We should have gas flow. Oh, you know what? That's why we don't. Because of this. Okay, that is this. Oh, that goes to, okay, I see. So now we should be able to light this. I don't hear there. Okay, well, why is it like, okay, now we're in business. Now we're cooking. There it is. Okay, every burner is on. So we should get hot water in a minute. See the fire in there? Okay. Any day now. You know, I think that water might already be hot. There is one way to test this, however. If this would quit leaking, that would be wonderful. I'm going to cut a gasket for that, and it'll quit it. When did I miss that burner, bruh? Let me turn this off and put this in here. Okay. Have flames, yes. Okay, let's see if we're getting hot water yet. Where am I? What is leaking from over here? Oh, that is, okay, yeah. That's the thing. Okay, we're gonna come over here. Yeah, this should be steamy. Ow, this hot. Okay, it's alive. It works. Why is the water? Ooh, the water has like deposits in it. Okay, can y'all still hear me? Because I know the Wi-Fi here is really, ugh. That's still leaking. Oh, that's hot. This is hot. Ow. Can you just turn off already? Ow. That's some hot water. That's actually really nice. But this won't shut all the way off, bruh. That one burner is being a butt. You know, if these burners would go full blast, which they're not with this little tiny connection in this regulator on here, but if they would go full blast, this water would get hot. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna get a cup of steamy water. Hang on. You know, I could fill this bucket with water. You know, do I want to do that? Do I? Do I really? Do I? I think I have a cup in here. Oh, I have jars. Yeah. But that's gonna get the jars hot. Oh well. This water is gonna be a whole different color because the sediment in here. It's hot, but you can't see the steam that well. And it's white because there's sediment. Okay. It would work way better if those burners would all stay lit. It's really not that hot yet. This stupid valve won't turn all the way off. Neither will this one. This isn't moving freely anymore. I don't think. It's already hot again, like scalding hot now. But this slide will not stay lit, bruh. Okay, this will work. Come on. Let me close this a little bit more. Okay. Oh, now we barely have fire. Okay. Well. Oh, now it's going back up. It's because it's adjusting itself now like it's supposed to. If I turn on the flow, it's probably going to get bigger flame. But wow. Okay, well, I guess I need to adjust this some more. You know what? Let's see something. Okay, the flames are starting to get taller. Okay, I need to adjust the gas regulator thing. I need a new valve here. This one won't shut off all the way. Bruh. Okay, well, I'm going to go to the hardware store and probably buy a new valve for this. And then I'll get back to this. I hope I turned it off. Yeah, I did. And let me go turn off the water. And let's see if the gas regulator, water pressure thing rises back up. Let's see. I'll turn this on and we'll see. No, hang on. Oh wait, it's slowly going. I think. You know what? Let's open this up one more time. Don't tell me you're stuck again. You're stuck again. Okay, that is a problem. So I'm going to, well, actually, am I? I'm gonna have to do that. Oh. Okay, this was stuck again. It may have been part of our leaking problem. I'm gonna cut a new gasket while we're at this. Do something to deal with this water under me. Clean this. Okay, this is the problem. It's my, ow. Okay. Really? I'm gonna have to take this whole thing out of here. Probably. You know what? Does this even come out of here? No? Okay. Fine. Let me take this off of here. Okay. Okay, let's clean this. Why will this not rise on its own? Ugh. I think that's as far as it's supposed to go right there. Okay. Okay, that's working now, I think. So we're going to put this thing back on here. Where did I put, oh my gosh, where did I put it? Here it is. I believe this little thing right here is like the thermostat. This little thumb screw. If you adjust it, it'll actually not heat it as much because it adjusts gas pressure. Okay, there's that. I need to cut a gasket for this. Do I have any gasket material? I could have, oh, dadgummit. I should have brought that stuff. Okay. I need to clean the walls of this. Let me drain this. Yeah. Okay. Trying to figure out if I have this on the right way. Hang on. So hot water would come out of there. Well, cold water goes in there. Okay, yeah, this is the right way. Okay. Let me clean the inside wall of this. That's decent. It shouldn't be getting stuck anymore. Okay, it just got stuck again. Okay. So I need to clean this more. You know what? Okay, I think this shouldn't get stuck anymore. Let me go see if I can cut a gasket for this out of something. And we'll put the lower part of this back together. I put this. Okay. Where is the lid? Okay. I need to cut a gasket. I don't have any gasket material. Or do I? Maybe I could find... You know what? I have a piece of leather. I could use that. Oh my god, it's messy. Okay. Where did I put that leather? Huge mess in here. Where is the leather? I had that. Where did the leather go? Oh, where is the leather? Okay, there was leather in here somewhere. Okay, here it is. Now I need some scissors. I gotta clean that shed. Okay, I need some scissors to cut this leather to make a gasket. I'll be back. I gotta get scissors. Okay, I'm back. Let's cut this out and make a gasket. I guess this is gonna work. We'll see. I didn't even cut that big enough, or did I? Now what? Let's try this. There is the lid. How do I lose something that big? Oh. Okay, you know, let's do this. Let's stamp this onto the leather and then cut it out. Okay. That's better. That should work. Okay, let's try this. It should work, hopefully. Okay, it shouldn't drip from there anymore, Lord willing. Let's try this one more time. I know it's going to leak out of the back of here because this valve is no good. Wish I could put a cap on that. Okay. Or, no. I could open this and inspect it. Let's do that. I don't know why I use these, but I'm still using them and they're working. Okay, let's see what's going on in this valve. Yeah, that's the problem. That rubber washer is broken. It's in two pieces. Okay, let's put this back. This is just gonna have to leak because this modern shutoff valve is broken. Surprise, not. Okay, this is just gonna have to leak. Okay, let's turn on the water. Okay. Well, the good news is that leaking? Oh, now it's leaking from here. I guess I could pack that with grease. Okay, well, clean that out. Okay, let's light this. Oh, I have to turn on the propane, don't I? Okay. Pilot light is on. Now we're turning gas on. Okay, the burners are lit. They're lit. They seem to be doing better too. Let me turn down the pilot light. The water's already getting hot. Okay, this isn't leaking as bad up here, but it's still leaking. Try to tighten this. The water is definitely hotter than it was. I wish I had some channel locks. Okay, there. Okay, let me get some hot water now. Do I want to get it from there? No, yes, no, yes, no. Yes, no. Well, I guess. It's gonna have a ton of deposits in it. Do I really want to get it out of here? This won't even open anymore. Hang on. I gotta reseat this valve too. I'll get it out of this side. Ow! That's hot. It's white because there's deposits in it, but you can see the steam coming off the top of there, I think. Pretty sure you can. That is hot. Ow. Yeah, that definitely made a big difference. Yeah, I'm not gonna drink this. Don't worry. Oh yeah, okay. That is hot water. Really hot water. I still need to fix this drip right here. I think this gasket material is too thick. Plus, it's not really gasket material, it's just straight up leather. I think cork would have been ideal. Let's see if I can adjust this flame from here. Yeah, they've adjusted. Okay. Water is still hot. Ow. Let me get a bucket for this. Okay, how's this gonna work? Do I really want to do this? I could turn this whole thing, but I don't want to do that. Okay, this bucket's too big. I don't want to move this. Let's see. What shall I put? I guess the same jar. I'll just run it till it's clear. It's not as hot right now. It's not as hot as it was. I wonder why. Bruh. Let's see if that got it hotter. Okay. I'm gonna have to get a bigger thing for the gas to flow through, but I mean that's basically it. I'm gonna go turn off the water and this gas. Okay, let me go turn off the water. There's still some work to be done on this, but it's a lot better than it was. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live here, but I hope y'all enjoyed watching me do that. Anyway, bye.